It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Happy Friday, everybody.
Thank God it's Friday. I'm sorry it's raining, but, I mean, good thing it's Friday, right?
Isn't that the name of a restaurant, TGIF?
TGIF.
Yeah, they don't have those
Fridays.
junks anymore,
man.
man.
No, they still got TGI Fridays.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, they sure do, John.
They don't have one here, do they?
No, the one that I always used to drive by over there on Winchester, it closed down, didn't it? Sure did.
Sure did.
There's a Cheddar's across the street, though. I do like Cheddar's. Cheddar's is good. Chili's is good. There's not Chili's around there, though. Red Lot. There's an Olive Garden over there. Man, I like Olive Garden. They just built a Whataburger over there. I love
liked
Whataburger.
Chili's. Can't stand eating Chili's, but back in the day, I used to go to Chili's all the time because the prettiest girl in Germantown worked at that Chili's. And every shift I went in there, man, put it on my work. Took me about 2 months. But then, everything...
2 months until what, John?
Until we started dating.
Oh, okay.
That. But it took me a little work, man. But that's the only time I ever actually went to Chili's. Now it is a Friday, and the world is absolutely wonderful. We got footballs back. We had a little bit of Hall of Fame game last night.
How about it?
I will tell you, I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Did you?
Dude,
Tim Boyle.
Look, let me just tell you something. I thought Cedric Tillman looked pretty good out there, former Tennessee Vol rookie this year. Looked pretty good, but I thought DTR was awesome. Browns came back and won it in front of all their Brown fans. But DTR looked better than Kellen Mond, and I have a feeling that Kellen Mond is not going to be in this league much longer. Dinking and dunking, taking sack, just throwing the interception. You got to say, DTR.
Does he not have the goods, John?
He does not have the goods. I know he is the all-time passing leader at Texas A&M. My man played a lot of football. He's a good football player. Just not going to be able to stay on an NFL roster. Start looking for the USFL. Or do they have the XFL still?
Yeah. No, they promoted it the other day.
So The Rock's doing it again?
Yeah.
Running it back after losing all that money?
Throwing money away.
Having fun. But DTR is definitely not a throwaway.
I don't know if they're having fun, John. Why did you say that in that regard?
Dude, so
it's not fun to throw away money.
That's true. It's not fun. But, man, the Browns came back and won that bad boy. And, again, it was DTR. That offensive line was awful. And you know how many sacks he did not? He took 0. He avoided sacks all night. He stepped up in the pocket. He delivered the football extremely well. I was thoroughly impressed. And I also got to give some credit to Zach Wilson. Did you see that bomb that he threw?
That's what everyone is saying. He's now an excellent backup quarterback.
No, I'm not saying that now.
I'm not saying you're saying that, John. This is rhetoric I may or may not have heard this morning. It's football season, which means we got to tune back into WFAN, especially because the Jets played yesterday, too. So you got New York football going on. And I'm hearing people say, John, that this means Zach Wilson's a formidable backup quarterback.
Well, they're also saying that because Aaron Rodgers is all of a sudden, he has changed completely. He is loving mentoring a good young quarterback.
Now,
he talked about how great. Dude, he's the one who threw that play to Nathaniel Hackett. Zach Wilson, after the game, did you hear him giving all the credit to Aaron Rodgers?
Remember he was going to make his life hell?
Yeah, he kind of, at first he was a little bit, I thought he was throwing him under the bus a few times in the media and just when he would talk about him. But now Aaron Rodgers is just loving him. Like, instead of making his life hell, he's taking care of Zach Wilson and...
No. Zach Wilson said he was going to make Aaron Rodgers' life hell last year.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he goes. What are you going to do if they sign a quarterback this offseason? He goes, well, I'm going to make that guy's life hell every day in practice.
No. Zach Wilson was throwing nothing but love towards Aaron Rodgers.
No, he was. He is. And I think it also, John, I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, you're right. He's all the reports saying he's mentoring Zach Wilson. There's videos showing him like talking him up and stuff like that. And I think the difference is
It's also like the one that's so the NFL Network, they've been doing their like 4-hour blocks of camp coverage. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're out there doing their thing. You can't help it. I'm a junkie. I have to tune in. There's a commercial on one thing. Next thing you know, I go in a 20-minute hole on the NFL Network in training camp. And I was watching one where they were doing the Jets, and it had Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson and some other dudes standing over there. They're back there throwing the ball, running routes. And after like a few throws, he's coming over here, he's talking to Zach Wilson. You could see him, he's teaching him and telling him what to look for.
Exactly.
And that stuff, I mean, he's also teaching him how to be a pro, which is kind of crazy to learn from Aaron Rodgers because he's such a different bird.
It's a great example, too. And I think the reason why he's willing to do that and maybe why he was more unwilling to do that with Jordan Love, it's probably the difference of when you're a quarterback on a team and
for 18 seasons they pick a dude to replace
you. And they pick somebody else versus going somewhere else where that person that's also on your team, that person didn't pick.
He started the first game of the year's rookie season.
It's not their.
He was the second overall pick.
Zach Wilson didn't ask Aaron Rodgers to join the team. Aaron Rodgers is new here, so it makes sense he gets along with this guy. It's just the teammate dynamics of this is interesting to me, and it seems like it's a lot easier for Aaron Rodgers to get along in this environment when you're the new kid on the block.
And also, Aaron Rodgers is in a different place. I mean, this guy, at the end of his stint in Green Bay, like I think he was just fed up with being in Green Bay. I mean, you also heard yesterday him talking. If you watched the Hall of Fame game, they were doing the in-game interviews, and he was talking about how he's going. I went to a Broadway play. I went to see Wicked. I went to do this. I went and saw 2 Taylor Swift concerts.
Wicked's great.
Runs into Spike Lee, says he's like, I'm just in a different place, man, and I just love it. There's something to do every day here. He's like, I'm walking around, and I'm seeing all the stars, and I'm hanging out with all the peeps. He likes that stuff. Do what?
I'm trying to do it, John. I was trying to practice and try and imitate what you said as John Gruden because it kind of sounded like you were imitating John Gruden. But no, you're right. Aaron Rodgers is living a whole different life. He's going to Knicks games. I guess not anymore. The Knicks are done. But you're right. He's going to Broadway shows, all kinds of stuff. Whereas there's really nothing to do in Green Bay. Maybe he would have done that stuff in Wisconsin if it was readily available to him. However, it was not. That was a cheap shot at Wisconsin, I'm afraid, wasn't it?
It was. But it's true. I mean, it's not like it's nothing like New York. And Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career,
no, that's true.
You got to remember, think about all the girls that he dated. I mean, he liked a little Danica Patrick. Who was that other little actress girl that he dated? Come on.
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn's one of them. There was another one.
Now married to John Mulaney.
There's another one. The one that he just recently broke her heart.
I can't remember, man. I don't remember.
Well, anyway, Jennifer something.
Lawrence.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Well, guess what? I typed in Aaron Rodgers. Do you know what the first tab that popped up?
Naked.
It said Aaron Rodgers, and then it showed up girlfriends.
Oh wow, his love life is a lot of interest to sports fans.
I gotta admit, man, that's kind of a pimp move to have.
Maybe John, it's that Google is smart and you use that computer so much it knows what you're working
for. No way, dude.
You don't think so? I've seen some questionable things you Google on that computer before, John. Nothing inappropriate for work, obviously. I mean, that's what I officially have to say.
Shailene Woodley is the one I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Shailene Woodley. She's in The Fault in Our Stars, I believe.
But he has a lot of them. My goodness, he's got a list. But point is, this is a man who now is in New York. He's happy. He wants to go win one. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the only weakness this team has, realistically, the one only like small cause for pause has got to be their offensive line. Like, is Mekhi Becton going to be able to stay healthy? Is he going to be able to, they moved him from left tackle to right tackle. This guy's definitely underperformed from his Joe Douglas draft standpoint. But, I mean, they're going to need him to, step up. And if they can keep Aaron Rodgers upright and run the damn football, their defense was top 4 last year in the NFL overall. Their defensive line is freaking nasty. And if you think back to just going back to when the Rams were playing the Bengals, That defensive line, that defensive front is what won that Super Bowl. I mean, Aaron Donald goes up the middle and makes that play, one arm, wham, throws dude down.
You say their offensive line is questionable, but I'll tell you what, John, they had Mike White back there throwing for 300 yards 4 times last season. Now, I don't know the details of how many offensive linemen they lost or gained as of last season, and I don't exactly remember who those opponents were that he threw for 300 yards against. But I tell you what, if Mike White's throwing for 300 yards, that offensive line is good enough for Aaron Rodgers. Wouldn't you think so? I mean, that roster was really a quarterback away from going to the playoffs last year, John.
I mean, absolutely, they missed the playoffs, and I just don't know. Again,
you had a quarterback though; it's a wholly different ball game. Because that last game against the Dolphins, think about how that one ended. They're starting Skylar Thompson.
Well, they're moving in Billy Turner to left tackle this year. They're moving Mekhi Becton over to right tackle. He's competing with Max Mitchell. Neither of these right tackles are actually any good. I mean, I don't think they're even top 32. Other teams they wouldn't be starting on. Their guards are pretty much very average. That's the only thing I can say because, again, you got Breece Hall coming back after injury. It seems like they're still possibly out there going to make a move. Garrett Wilson, you saw what he did. He's going to be a stud, a flat-out stud. They brought over his buddies, Alan Lazard. They even brought over Randall Cobb. You got Corey Davis. Like, they got enough weapons to do things. Like you said, Mike White threw for 300 yards, and they added more weapons.
Three
times, whatever.
Something like that.
But it's the defense that is still going to be
stout.
Like, I mean, their defense is just flat out
Shout out
nasty.
Rob Saleh. If anyone wants to question whether or not Bob Saleh can coach, he was a defensive coordinator. He's a defensive coach by trade, and that defense is nasty.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams will eat you.
They have not. That has not been the issue for the New York Football Jets.
C.J. Mosley, man, Carl Lawson. They're just nasty. And then, by the way, don't forget Sauce Gardner, a cornerback.
Exactly.
Absolute stud. But the point is,
John, I have 5 words for you.
Also, though, you got Nathaniel Hackett, which is a great thing, and a lot of people, especially Sean Payton, went off. But remember, they brought in Nathaniel Hackett for one reason. He's close to Aaron Rodgers. He's a great offensive mind, realistically. He's been a great offensive coordinator. But also, Robert Saleh is a defensive coach. So you had to bring in somebody with that fresh, that I'm going to change up the offense a little bit. And I think old Dick Hackett can take care of it. Now, go ahead. You were trying to say something.
I don't think that's short for Nathaniel.
Oh, yeah, that's what Sean Payton wanted to call him in the media. That's what Sean Payton calls him behind closed doors.
I don't think it is, John.
I do, too.
Do you know what Nathaniel Hackett calls touchdowns?
No.
Tuggaliciouses.
Where the hell did you hear this?
I have heard him say it. He calls touchdowns. He goes, get in there for a Tuggalicious. He calls them Tuggaliciouses.
Dude, I know he's a weirdo. Even Aaron Rodgers says he's got a lot of quirks, but that's
he calls
pretty
touchdown
bad.
Tuggaliciouses.
Dang, that is weird.
That's a weird one. John, I got 5 words for you. 5 words.
All right, 5 words.
It was always the Jets. Remember that all season. It was always the Jets. Start saying it now, and you're going to be saying it at the end of the year because it was always the Jets. That's all I have to say.
I would say, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It was always the Jets.
But the only thing that scares
always
me,
been the Jets.
Hey, the only thing that scares me, again, and the reason I worry about this offensive line, by the way.
BT Dubs.
Oh, by the way, who's their week 1 opponent? The Buffalo Bills, Von Miller. You got a nasty defensive
On the
line.
road or at home, John?
It is at home, homie.
Oh, okay. So a home divisional game, week 1. That's all I hear right there. I like a home team in a divisional game, John. Early in the
Week 2
year.
ain't easy, homie. You go on the road to Dallas, and guess who's over in Dallas? Micah Parsons coming off that edge to eat your face.
That's a tough animal.
Week 3 should be an easy win because you play the New England Patriots. But the only thing I can say is their defense is still going to be good. It's at home. Then in week 4, you have the Kansas City Chiefs. On the road in week 5, Sean Payton.
At home against the Chiefs?
They're at home versus the Chiefs, and then on the road in week 5 at Denver. Week 6, you know what?
We'll see what Denver's like. We have to see what Denver will be like.
Just the loser of the Super Bowl and the Philadelphia Eagles in week 7 on the road to the New York Giants.
The Eagles at home?
Home against the Chargers.
You're going too fast. Slow down. The Eagles at home?
The Eagles at home.
Yeah, John, the Eagles at home. I mean, I kind of like the Jets in that scenario. Okay, who's next?
Dude, then they have to go on the road to play the Giants. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's a tough game, but that's also a home game. Road Giants, everyone's in New York, but it is Giants tickets. It's going to be G-Men fans there.
Home
That's
against
scary.
the Chargers.
Home Chargers, NFC.
Week 9. I'm just saying, this is a good football team.
It's a good football team, Sean.
But they're going to be playing some defensive fronts this year that are absolutely filthy.
It's scary also when the worst team in your division is coached by Bill Belichick and you have to go into Foxborough twice a year.
So
that's terrifying no matter what.
Super Bowl or bust. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be able to deliver the goods? This dude, are you kidding me?
Super Bowl or
He took
bust.
a $35 million haircut. You don't take a $35 million haircut. Put all your money where you're not going to get into this. Look, he was guaranteed $100 million, $110 million.
Super Bowl. That's crazy. Those expectations.
He's Aaron bleeping Rodgers. 2 out of the last 3 MVPs belong to him.
But how many Super
He's now
Bowls?
happy. He's been in his little darkness retreat. He said it last night. He said, this year, he went in the darkness retreat to see what this year was going to be. And he says it's outlived every expectation.
What are the Chiefs' expectations?
The Chiefs' expectation? No, that's the
Super Bowl or bust.
Damn right.
So only one team can achieve their goal.
Yeah, but not everybody's Super Bowl or bust. Like the
How
real team.
How many teams should have the
Jets,
expectations
Super
of
Bowl
winning
or
the
bust.
Super Bowl?
Bengals, Super Bowl or bust. Baltimore just paying all that money and bringing OBJ, Super Bowl or bust. The Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl or bust. And those are the 4 teams in the AFC that if they don't win the joint, the season is a disappointment.
Dolphins, Super Bowl or bust?
Hail to the Nizzo when you got 2 of Mr. I can't fall.
We're not there yet.
Dolphins ain't there yet, homie.
They're not there yet. What about the Bills? You didn't even mention the Bills.
Oh, please, man. This team's taking a step back.
Really?
I really believe
What's
so.
the reason why? Last year, everyone said that, what was their offensive or defensive line wasn't very good. I can't remember.
Well, they're both.
Both? Is that right?
I mean, yeah, both. Their offensive line, Josh Allen gets hit too much. They don't have a running game realistically. James Cook ain't Dalvin Cook, damn it. I'm sorry. This team, Josh Allen takes too many hits. Diggs ain't getting the ball enough. He's always complaining. This is just a team that, I don't know, man. They've had their chances. Von Miller's another year older. Now, I do like Matt Milano. Leonard Floyd's still there. Ed Oliver. Their defensive line's going to be nasty this year.
Eagles, Super Bowl or bust?
Now, in the NFC, there's only 2 teams that are Super Bowl or bust.
Eagles
are one. Oh, actually 3 of them. Eagles, Cowboys, and 49ers.
Cowboys, Super Bowl or
Cowboys
bust?
are Super Bowl or bust every year. And the point is, they never live up to their expectations. But damn it, you know what it's like to, if you have that star on your helmet, it's Super Bowl or bust, son.
Also, we don't know who the starting quarterback for the Niners is.
Yeah, we do. It's called Brock. I'm too purdy.
Or Sam Darnold. People
Maybe
say
early.
Sam Darnold's looking good,
Well,
man.
Sam Darnold's looking good, buddy. But Brock Purdy, he's practicing. He's going to be there. Won 8 games last year. Rookie, last pick, yada, yada, yada.
Don't you think
Don't mess with Purdy.
Don't you think that Kyle Shanahan with Sam Darnold, with what Sam Darnold could be, it would be better than Brock Purdy?
No.
Like, you don't think so?
I think that it's not going to be too much different. I think Sam Darnold.
He can just do more than Brock Purdy can, right?
I just think Brock Purdy makes really damn good decisions.
He does make good decisions. He had some throws
and
last
I don't know
year,
if you
like
know
within
this.
5 yards
Sam
of the end
Darnold
zone.
has more God-given ability, but you know what Sam Darnold doesn't do?
He loves throwing interceptions.
He loves making bad decisions. When he's looking down, he's seeing ghosts out there. When he's looking down the barrel of a gun, my man, he's seeing ghosts.
But also,
Brock
that
Purdy,
sample
when he's
size,
looking down a barrel, you know what Brock Purdy does?
he throws touchdowns.
He throws touchdowns, son.
That sample size for Sam Darnold is also with one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen in the history of football, though. That he was seeing ghosts because his offensive line wasn't protecting anybody.
Yeah, Trent Williams was never his left tackle.
Yeah, no kidding.
Trent Williams, best probably left tackle in football.
Okay, but John, think about all the great, a Hall of Fame left tackle for the Miami Dolphins on some of the worst offensive lines you've ever seen in your life on those teams as well.
I mean, things like that happen, but this is a really good football team because they're really good on defense.
Yeah, but not when Sam Darnold was starting is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying the 49ers are just, if you're a quarterback, There's not a team that you want to get in there and probably drive more than the 49ers because that team runs itself. The defense is always damn good. You got Deebo Samuels, who's a switchblade, does everything. George Kittle, the same. He can block in the run game like nobody's business, catch a damn football and run like a maniac. And let's not forget, you got Brandon Ayuk, a big wide receiver who goes up and gets the ball, who stepped up the last 4 years, a couple years, Juwan Jennings. And your running back is Christian McCaffrey, and your play caller, well, he's pretty damn good.
CMC.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the NFL, John. That just got me fired up.
I am too. I didn't mean to talk this much on it because I was going to talk college football because I'm so confused. The reporting in the last 15, 16 hours about 15, 16 hours about the Big 12, the Pac-12 has been absolutely insane.
John, there's some aspects of my job where I think I'm pretty good. You know, I'm above average. I do some aspects of my job pretty well. I'll say one of my drawbacks, though, is if you look at my Twitter feed right now, there's not one thing about college football. And like you said, there's so much breaking news, really news announcing that there's no news, but nonetheless, still there's reporting going on. I really haven't seen any of it. I'm truly missing all of the reporting on this, so you'll have to keep me updated on that.
Well, guess what? I can do that for you because if you haven't heard, the Pac-12's trying to stay together over this grants rights deal, this sorry media deal that they got, little Apple action, $20 million per school, blah, 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 weak sauce. Seemed like yesterday Bobby Robbins basically was fully committed to leave the Pac-12. Then he goes in today, and basically they do a little emergency meeting, and then all of a sudden, he acts like he's trying to save the Pac-12. I'm telling you right now, dude's going to win an Oscar if Arizona leaves for the Big 12 today.
I think it has to come out in theaters to be eligible.
Okay, well, it was some great acting. Of course, you have Oregon and Washington. Everything is pointing. Brett McMurphy's been reporting they're heading to the Big 10. You're going to lose them. You feel like the dominoes are going to fall. Arizona, great basketball school, fit great with the Big 12. Pretty good football program, better than some they brought over out of the American. Like, it is a perfect fit. Arizona State will fall suit. Utah will be next. Bam, they got their 3. Memphis will miss out. That's my prediction. All in a nutshell.
Nostradamus.
And one domino at least will fall today. And once that happens, so today is going to be a busy day when it comes to college football, son.
John knows.
We are going to see the Pac-12 dissolve. By the way, Pac-12 is going to have some good football this year.
Pac-10?
No, man. They already got only 9, right? For going into 2024, if I'm wrong, is my math wrong?
Why did you make it Pac-10, though?
Hold on. How many teams they got?
I don't know. They got 10. Pac-10. They can't have 9.
No, I mean, they lost Colorado.
You're right. They have to have 9. They had 12.
They're losing
they
USC.
3. Yeah, they lost 3.
UCLA and Colorado.
Yeah,
so
9.
I don't know if you know this. 12 minus 3 is what?
I think it's 9, John.
Damn it, son.
I don't know if you know this.
I think I'm going to call you a mathematical genius.
I don't know if you know this. 12 minus 3 is what?
No, 12 minus 3 is 9.
Oh.
What did I say?
No, you did. I was just repeating what you said. You said it right.
Man, well, we got to take a quick commercial break. We're coming back with Jay Ham. We're going to talk more NFL. We're going to squeeze in a little NBA. It is a Friday, and it's always brought to you by the people that make you look good. Do you wear your best clothes on the weekend, especially like a Friday, Saturday night? Well, you need to shop, and you need to shop at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. They have everything you need: Carhartt, Ariat, Wrangler. Ladies, they have a ladies boutique, Miss Me, Girly Girl. They got you covered from head to toe. They have a children's department and the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. They also got Hey Dude shoes. They got it all at Frontier Western Store. Go check it out again, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch, or you can shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. Jay Ham on the other side, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
And paid for by Linear Marketing Group. Are you drowning in debt? Are you struggling to make minimum payments? Did you know that on average, a household with at least one credit card struggles with over $17,000 in credit card debt? If this sounds like you, know that it's not your fault. Credit card debt happens to good people. Credit card companies lure you in with low introductory rates and low minimum payments. Before you know it, you're in over your head. We've helped thousands of good people just like you become debt-free with our Debt Reset program that will dramatically reduce your debt down to a fraction of what you owe. Our Debt Reset program is customized to get you debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months with one low monthly payment. If you owe over $10,000 in credit card debt or even personal loans, call 800-268-1993 now. There are no upfront fees or out-of-pocket expenses. You don't pay a dime until we succeed. Call now to see how the Debt Reset program can work for you. 800-268-1993. That's 800-268-1993. Again, 800-268-1993.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps, fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up, and if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you. All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house, and I got Jay Ham joining me now. It is a Friday, people. Been doing a little bit of research, by the way. And, we talk about Tom Brady as the GOAT and how he's won 7. We're talking a little NFL, had the Hall of Fame game last night. Jay does views from the 22. They talk tons of football. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, because there's 22 men on the field.
I
got it, man.
You are.
I picked it up.
You're a little baby genius.
So if you ever forget the name, it's like, I want to go here with Jay and this boy said about football, and you're like, what's the name of that show? Oh, 22 men on the field, views from the 22. Got it.
Not just 22 men on the field, but the all 22
angle views
from the camera views, which the NFL has taken away from us with the Game Pass option. Which
right?
Yeah, we're a little frustrated. We weren't able to really access that function like we like to last year. So we have to find other grimy ways to get our game film. You know what upsets me about that, though? We'll go see Peyton and Eli on Monday night, and they got the best game, camera angles in the world. How y'all get the coach's view on the live broadcast? I want that.
Because they have Mannings.
Yeah,
I know. If you know that. Warren
Sapp had the same deal. He'd be watching the game at home.
Well, you know what? I can believe that. I can believe that. Now, anyway, point is we saw the New York Jets last night. A lot of talk about Tom Brady. Again, 2 MVPs out of the last 3 MVPs. My man he's just built different. He is getting a little bit older. Tom Brady was the only one that actually was able to play once he got into his 40s. Aaron Rodgers is getting close to that. We'll see. He's got 2 more years left on his contract for him to go get one in New York. But they were at Canton. Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Tom Brady also is going to be in the Hall of Fame. But I looked up Aaron Rodgers' dating history because I was giving him props in the very first segment. Do you remember the props I was giving him? Jay, are you hearing me?
No, what?
Do you not remember the props that I was giving Aaron Rodgers in the first segment about his dating
lots
history?
Of props.
And I'm taking it back.
Okay.
Taking it back because now, if people ever try to debate Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, who has actually had more game? Well, Tom Brady has only 7 rings. People can argue that. Oh, but look at all the Aaron Rodgers MVP, but he only has 1 Super Bowl ring. Well, we can go dating history. Look at Tom Brady. Look at Aaron Rodgers. I mean, dude dated a Blue Ivy, Mallory Edens. I mean, he dated Danica Patrick, and it's not like she's a 10 or anything. She ain't no supermodel. She drove a race car, bro. Like, this is really upsetting after looking at this guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He needs to step up his game.
He's a hippie, John.
Yeah, but...
Interesting enough, both dudes are Northern California natives.
Yeah, one of them likes TB12 working out. He has his own regimen. Aaron Rodgers likes ayahuasca.
Do you think...
And mushrooms. Different strokes, different folks.
This is where I'm going. When you think California, don't you think diverse?
Very, very. You're right.
Especially as you move up.
Tom Brady's got
north.
A Super Bowl fetish going. I mean, a supermodel fetish thing going on because, like, his 4 last girlfriends were all supermodels. This Arana Shank.
While we're talking about athletes, women in the state of California, did you see what Gilbert Arenas said about marriage?
Athletes? No, I did not. I missed this.
He'd just rather pay, for the services and. Because he don't want to feed his wife. Women like to eat 2-3 times a day, expensive restaurants. I ain't got time for that. I can just go spend $200, $250, get right to the fun.
Boy.
This is Gil.
I'll tell you something. Gilbert Arenas is a different cat.
Southern California.
Southern Cal.
We Gil. So.
So we figured out the difference. That is funny. But no, NFL did start. Last night, I know it's just preseason, but man, it was fun to have football. I thought DTR played great in the second half. Kellen Mond, I think, is in a little bit of trouble. I don't know how long Stefanski's going to keep him on the roster because I think DTR was better. You're not getting much. I mean, you've heard Mike Zimmer before he was replaced. He didn't even want to play Kellen Mond in the final game of a game that didn't even matter and went third string because he says he sees Kellen Mond in practice all the time. So,
That's rough.
That is rough. And I thought last night, he averaged 4 yards per pass attempt last night.
I saw the pick.
He's a deke and dunk, threw a bad pick. Didn't get rid of the football. Had the actual better offensive line playing in that. In the second half, DTR was under pressure the whole time. Completed 8 of 11. Threw a touchdown pass. Came back to win the football game. And avoided sacks. And basically had complete control of the pocket. I was impressed with DTR last night.
I only saw 4 plays, to be honest. I actually forgot that it was on because I was there. In my mind, the Hall of Fame game is still in my mind. Still, it's like on Sunday night.
I didn't have to go grocery shopping because my girl said, "Let's go grocery shopping," and I said, "You know that there's football coming on in 30 minutes."
I agree. I also forgot.
And I
didn't realize till this morning. I saw the highlights. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot the Hall of Fame game. Literally the one thing I had to do for work.
But
so you didn't see DeMarcus Ware sing the national anthem?
I heard about it, but man, I'm really more looking forward to DeMarcus
sing, man.
I'm looking more forward to his
Saturday's going to be nice.
Tomorrow.
You know who's actually introducing him?
Who we got?
Cherry Jones.
Blah.
I know. I thought that was interesting. But you got D. Ware's going in, Zach Thomas, Joe Thomas, Darrell Revis, Rondé Barber. You got Chuck Howley, Joe Klecko.
I like this class.
Ken Riley.
I like this class.
Don Coryell. So got a lot of good guys, man.
Yeah. Who's like ending it? Who's the main event?
That's a tough one. I mean, the main event.
The last guy.
Who's
last man up?
That's a good question. I have to look it up. Probably Joe Thomas. I mean, Zach.
I think they said. I think I read that it was Joe Thomas.
I would think so.
Yeah, in Ohio, Cleveland guy. All right.
A superstar offensive lineman for years and years and years.
He was just in a rough situation there.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Dude, but I get to do it.
I think he had a different quarterback every single year.
He was one hell of a truck, so it is what it is.
It is. Now, but football is back. Me and Jay talked a little bit about this.
The best part about football being back, it's one step closer to basketball.
Oh, yeah. I know you love hoops. I like some hoops. But man, once the football gets here, it blocks hoops out for me till Christmas Day. I'm a Christmas Day guy.
Here's the thing. Here's how I look at it, John. Once we get into the meat part of football, October, November, then that's when the football gets really good, and then you got the basketball coming in, and you also got playoff baseball right in there too. That's the sports equinox time.
October's nasty.
Yeah, that's the sports equinox time. So it's like when we get in there, it's like, okay, now it's on. Now I'm gonna be busy through like July.
I'm like ADD during October. I'm like, got playoff baseball, got the NFL, got college football.
That's always a fun time for me, but it's all over the place. So sometimes you have your central focus in one spot, and other times it's just like, hey, I got a game on the laptop, game on the tablet, TV, and it's all different coverage. But
man, by the way, just sorry to interrupt you. I'm so frustrated. I looked up Aaron Rodgers' dating history. I looked at his girlfriends, and guess what? My computer's caught a virus because it won't work. That's how bad Aaron Rodgers' dating history is.
That's cold-blooded.
Gave my dead-gun computer a virus.
That's cold-blooded.
Got to restart this, John.
Cold-blooded. See, he's not wearing number 12 no more, right? What number?
No, I think he's 8. Isn't he 8?
He's number 8.
That's right.
That's right. He is number 8 because we have a running joke in the Views from the 22 group that he's the best quarterback right now wearing number 8. And that insulted a whole lot of people who are in the Lamar Jackson fan camp. They felt they felt some type of way about that. But hey,
Lamar Jackson last 2 years in a row has missed 10 football games.
You know something I was looking up because we have regular arguments.
Be on the damn field, son. When Kirk Cousins, who took a beating last year,
I'm glad he got
paid. Kirk Cousins can stay out there for 17 games. Tell Lamar to stay healthy for 17.
Kurt is the ultimate. What do they call it? Bare minimum. And I'm not the slight.
He gets more out of less
That's
than anybody I know.
Right, and he got his money.
And him and Justin Jefferson are going to be a nasty hookup in fantasy football.
I enjoy Kurt. Kurt's a solid quarterback.
Watching the quarterback show, you actually like him a little more. He is a definitely geeky little dude.
I hadn't checked that out.
Nice.
I heard about it.
Oh, it's such a great show.
It
follows around Mariota, who you end up not liking all that much. Very boring. You'll end up loving Pat Mahomes more than you already do, probably. You even will like his wife, because let me tell you something. Brittany gets a bad rap. That woman's out there supporting her man.
I can believe that.
I like that. And they've been together since high school. She ain't a gold digger.
Do you think Jackson gets a bad rap?
No, Jackson is a complete loser. And you will see that even more so. Like, man, how can you, I feel bad for Pat Sr. Like, he's like, I got the best kid in the whole wide world, and I got this thing. Like, dude, seriously.
Oh, this is classic.
No, it's just the truth. You'll see. Wait till you get about 4 or 5 episodes in, and he comes in there and does a little dance. I'm Jackson. Let's TikTok. Such a fool. All right, now, I was telling Jay earlier, and I need to ask you this. The NFC, outside the 49ers, Eagles, and because every single year, and plus that defense for the Cowboys is going to be, flat out nasty, are those the only 3 teams that really have Super Bowl or bust?
On the
dreams?
Surface, yes. On the surface. It's still the NFL. It's still a week-to-week league. And we always going to have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 that we didn't see coming that kind of surprised us, and they end up being better than what the masses may have anticipated.
I mean, the Rams won the Super Bowl 2 years ago,
they were trash.
But their defensive line's been decimated. Their secondary's been decimated. Their offensive line is completely horrible.
Credit to
I don't
them.
see them making a move. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks, the New Orleans Saints.
They have some resurgence there.
The Detroit Lions?
That's where I was going. I really want to get behind.
I mean, Jared Goff, people forget, he did go to a Super Bowl.
He did go to a Super Bowl.
He just looked really bad in that Super Bowl.
I mean, he was also playing against one of the greatest defensive minds ever.
That's a good point.
Just to be fair. But how they finished up last year, Detroit that is, just coming back with that energy. What's their coach's name?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Couldn't think of it, but
my man Dan, let me tell you what Dan does. He drinks 4 double venti triple espressos. What else does he do? Like that crazy man?
It's kneecaps.
He bites people's kneecaps off. He does burpees during football. Have you done it? But when I'm if I'm the head coach, I ain't doing the burpees. You know what I'm saying?
The biting people kneecaps is up there. Who was that? That was that Les Miles that ate grass.
Yeah, man, and I'm sure Les Miles has smoked some grass too, man. That dude's doing crazy cage on.
But I gotta high
you know
upside.
That if you eating grass, you smoked some grass before. You know what I'm saying?
I got a high upside about Detroit, not just with the Lions, but the Pistons too. We'll come back to the Pistons later. But with the Lions, it's like, y'all need one. Y'all need a run. I think when just being a sports historian, at some point, some of these franchises have to get over a certain hump. Like in basketball with the Clippers, for instance, at some point they had to get to a conference final, and they did. It took a while. Memphis even got there before they did. It took a while. Detroit's never been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and they're one of the oldest franchises.
The only reason people knew Detroit was in the league for like 30 years is because of the Thanksgiving. All right. Because they put them on TV every damn year.
And out of those 30 years,
people love Barry Sanders, but damn it was hard to watch it. People love Megatron.
You got 10 of those with Barry Sanders involved, so that was cool. That was watchable. It was almost like when Barry Sanders was there. It was like when University of Memphis football was finally became watchable when D'Angelo Williams got there. It was like, okay, I can watch this from week to week, and you kind of had that same feeling with Barry. Now, this team, because it's like it's a lovable loser type vibe that you have with them, that you want to see them get over that lovable loser hump in some fashion, whether it's win a playoff game, which they haven't done since they beat the Cowboys 30 years ago. So if they can get in the party and maybe win a game, that's a big step for them, I think. And that could be a surprise. Also, whatever funny feeling, watch Atlanta.
No, listen, I know that you're a Memphis guy. Maybe you have a thing for FedEx. I think Arthur Smith's a hell of a coach. But they ain't making that next step. Not this year. Not with Desmond Ridder. Not gonna happen.
I tried.
I feel you. I mean, they're gonna be able to run the damn football. I mean, Marcus Mariota's not gonna lose them the first 3 games, but don't be surprised if Taylor Heineke ends up starting. Last thing I'm gonna say though, Saints, their defense is bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Straight up, their defense is bleeping nasty. They were nasty, like Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis. They're sick. The thing is, though, that offense, if Michael Thomas is healthy, if Alvin Kamara is not suspended too long, he comes back. Can Derek Carr, remember they drafted Chris Olave? They play in a weak division in the NFC South.
It's wide open.
It could be a nice little path for the Saints.
Right. It's wide open. That might be the most interesting division, I think, going in because it's wide open. You still got a lot of shuffle. Tampa, Atlanta, whatever.
Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield are no good. But we got to take a timeout because we're late for a break. On the other side, we're coming back AFC Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Attention, everyone. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory. Let me say that again. Family Leisure is needing your help to clear out their inventory. And to do so, there are tons of great deals throughout the store. For example, all do-it-yourself pools are $1,000 off. Special 24-foot round pools for less than $2,000. Select play gyms, only $18.99. Hey, if you need patio furniture, they have patio furniture that's now up to 30% off. Spas are in stock. They're up to $1,200 off. Now listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. 24 months, same as cash financing, is now available through this sale. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory, so come and do your part at Family Leisure. Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Response to the all-new Genesis Diamonds has been incredible. People are loving what we've brought to Memphis. Genesis is a different kind of jewelry store with more jewelry than you've ever seen in one place at prices you never thought possible. But value is just a piece of the Genesis difference. They're taking consumer protection to a whole new level with non-commissioned salespeople, free service for life on any purchase, and a nationwide price guarantee. And listen to this. Genesis is so confident in their diamonds that they offer a groundbreaking 120% upgrade guarantee. This means when you buy a diamond now and bring it back in the future to upgrade it, you'll get your entire original purchase price plus an extra 20%. So if you spend $5,000 on your original diamond, Genesis will give you $6,000 when you trade up to a bigger diamond. Think about it. We'll pay you more than you paid us for the same diamond. Who else does this? Discover the Genesis difference, forever changing how people in Memphis buy diamonds and fine jewelry at Poplar & Perkins, the official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Barden Stone has been serving the Mid-South area for over 3 generations. What sets them apart and makes them unique? Landscape Stone Center? They have one of the largest selections with a wide variety of colors and sizes, all the way from cobblestones to garden rock and pebbles from ground cover. plus field stone and flagstone, stepping stones and stacking stones, even landscape boulders. In addition to a wide variety of stones and rocks, Barden Stone staff is very knowledgeable. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or design professional, Barden Stone can answer any question pertaining to the use of stones from A to Z. Barden Stone, they know stone inside and out. Barden Stone, 1 mile south of Park at 1557 Cherry Road. Barden Stone, open for you Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Call 901-683-8264 and visit Barden Stone.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan and Jay Hammer in the house. It's a Friday. Amen, amen, amen. We got a lot going down all around the place. I mean, you have yesterday in baseball. We got a little day baseball today. We have not till 1:20, that is. I know you're not the biggest baseball guy, but you got the Cubs and the Braves playing today in Chicago. Max Fried's making his first start back from being injured on the 60-day DL. That's some interesting stuff. But Ellie De La Cruz last night, first pitch he saw, first pitch of the game, home run. But the big thing last night, Jay Ham was going to tell you, did you know that something happened that's never happened in the history of baseball last night?
What's that?
Shohei Ohtani.
There's always something with this guy.
Pitching a game where he recorded a strikeout. While he was batting, he hit a home run. He stole a base and was intentionally walked. Nobody in the history of the game has done that, and they still lost the damn game on a grand slam in the ninth inning.
And that's so Angels.
3 games in a row since they decided, and since the trade deadline's come and gone, and they decided to keep him 0-3.
All you people that think Acuna is better than him, Acuna will literally never do that. So how about that?
No, he will not ever.
Literally, he'll never do that.
He might, dude. We've seen pitchers come in. They could be down 18 runs.
I'm sure when they're down 18 and they go to a position player, they're going to go to Ronald Acuna.
He's got a gun. He's got one of the best arms in right field
and
now.
Risk injury for him pitching.
The only other time you're going to see a dude do that is in the Little League World Series.
That's right. Hey, that thing's right around the corner, baby. I'm ready for a Little League World Series action. That was just a little.
You ever been to Wrigley and went for a 120 start?
For a 120 start?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen it in Ferris Bueller.
I saw that the other day on TV. I saw Ferris. I just stopped and enjoyed.
Like 25 years ago.
I got to do it 4 years ago in September when the Cardinals were there. I was there for a Friday 120.
Nice.
That's the weekend they swept the Cubs and took the lead. And ended up going to the playoffs.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
It was bucket list material for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got to take the L train all the way to Wrigley. It was dope.
I was going to say.
You about to hate on me, huh?
No. I had a lot of fun. I was going to say, though, nothing. I can't even go there right now. I know I'll get in trouble. Back, though, to the AFC for just a second. I mentioned, we were talking about the teams. When you look at the AFC North, because you mentioned Lamar Jackson earlier, that Ravens team, they expect to win the Norris. You even have the team that's considered weak sauce into the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
Man, Mike Tomlin never has a losing season. Kenny Pickett does his thing. T.J. Watt comes back and is on fuego. That could be a defense to reckon with. The Browns, Deshaun Watson, Mr. Massage Man himself. Before he missed 700 days of football, came back last year, was 3-3, knocking the rust off. They're going to push the ball down the field. You think about that offensive line and Nick Chubb. This team's going to be a little bit more explosive this year, and they have a very good defense. And then you go to the Bengals. The Bengals have the best 3 wide receivers in football with Joe Burrow. When they went to the Super Bowl, they lost to the Rams because their weakness was their offensive line. And the strength of the Rams was their defensive front. You had Von Miller. You had, the man.
And they got him in crunch time.
Aaron Donald.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Bengals this year, their defense is going to be solid. I mean, that AFC North, we talked about the AFC West last year. It didn't live up other than really Kansas City. Denver was such a disappointment. The Chargers lost in the first playoff game that, after having a 34-point lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Raiders were the Raiders. But the AFC North this year, realistically, is filthy.
It's one of those years where one, if not maybe two coaches probably won't be there by season's end because of expectation. Because of perception and expectation. They feel the perception is that they should be here, and they're not. And it'll cost and I'm hoping it better not be Mike.
I was going to say, man, there's no way. He's been there so long. He's the longest 10 years.
I would like to think Pittsburgh
and
continue.
And Harbaugh ain't ever going to go anywhere. Zach ain't going nowhere.
Harbaugh,
and Kevin Stefanski, he just won Coach of the Year a couple years ago.
And he's the reason why I thought about this, because I was looking at that last night. I'm like, they really haven't been bad with Kevin Stefanski. He's kind of changed the culture up a little bit, but they're still Cleveland.
Yeah, they still are Cleveland.
So it's just one of those deals, but as I was saying about Detroit, at some point when you look at Cleveland and Cincinnati, that hump of you have to get over it. Cleveland, when the last time they won a playoff game? The 80s?
Man, it's been a while.
Like 89 or something like that?
I have no idea off the top of my head.
Maybe in 94, I think. I might be wrong. It might be 94. The original Cleveland Browns. Not the ones that left.
Bernie Kosar won some games back in the day.
Right. So
they won a wild card game in 2020.
Right, Baker won one. My fault.
Oh, Baker did.
They beat Pittsburgh.
Before that, they hadn't won one since 1994. They beat the Patriots.
I was right about
you were right. 94. Good job, Holmes.
Because that was Belichick. That was Belichick's team in 94.
Oh,
so I remember them. But I did see just after that fast. Baker Mayfield. He was the last dude. Now we look at Baker like, you trash. You're slow. I still like Baker, but geez, y'all are rough on the guy.
And I'm telling you right now, that for all the indications out of Tampa, man, he's struggling.
But the AFC North, though, that's an interesting one. You know what I'm saying? Because of the expectations.
And then the AFC East this year, the worst team's going to be Bill Belichick's Patriots, but. Mac Noodle Arm Jones playing quarterback, but you got Miami, who realistically, if Tua can figure out how to play healthy, he's. And I hate to do this, but to be real, my man gets the ball in Waddle and Tyreek Hill's hands, and he does a good job of it. He's very accurate. Doesn't push the ball down the field the way you'd want him to, but when he's just got something special. But the problem is, he's again, availability is the most important thing, and he's always dead-gum injured. If he can stay healthy, the Dolphins could have a special season. You know what the Jets are expecting with Aaron Rodgers coming over. Mm-hmm. And then the Bills every year, they're going to have expectations because they got that dude Josh Allen. So, AFC East is an interesting one. I just think the Jets with their – the Jets' schedule is tough. Man, it's going to be the Eagles. Cowboys are really good. That defense is filthy.
What about the G-Man?
Oh, please. They're taking a step back this year. This year's schedule for the Giants is ridiculous. They had the easiest schedule last year. This year they have one of the most difficult schedules. They are going to get beat down.
Can I ask you this?
Sure.
Why is there such a...
Commanders are, by the way, the Commanders have their odds, I think it's like plus 300 to win it, where the Giants are like plus 450. Like the Giants are picked to be last.
I didn't even look at that part.
Yeah.
Why is there such a devaluing of the running backs in this game? When it's still a
one longevity because they take an abuse that nobody else.
That I get.
And
but
you get them on a rookie. You get them on a rookie deal.
Right.
You got them locked up for 4. If you take them in the first round, you can have them locked up for 5 years, and that's the window of their best dead-gum years.
This is fair.
I mean, I hate to say, Frank Gore. The days of Frank Gore, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton.
Right.
Shoot, it's just different. And again, contracts. Mm-hmm. And again, they all come in. They all can now basically do the same thing. I mean, are some better than others? Absolutely. But
what about the dudes that's not necessarily getting 300 to 400 carries a year, but they're still...
That's why you can have two of them on a very cheap. Yeah, like Isaiah Pacheco last year with Kansas City.
Okay.
It's the running back's just different.
Can you imagine?
Right now, Zeke Elliott hadn't signed, Dalvin Cook hadn't signed. They're out there chilling.
See what I'm saying?
So it's totally different. But on the other side, we got Hardwood because it feels so good. We got T-Money and Brasky at 12:30 and a little baseball talk. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
So you've decided to get yourself some culture and go to the Orpheum to see a Broadway show. Well, why stop there? Thanks to a partnership with the Orpheum, 117 Prime, Memphis' premier downtown dining destination, is offering the Orpheum pre-show menu. 3 courses just right before enjoying a Broadway show. Choose from a Caesar salad or French onion soup to start, a 7-ounce flank steak or pan-seared salmon for your entree, and top it off with carrot cake for dessert. If you're an Orpheum Perks member, you can get a special price. All this culture and great food thanks to the Orpheum at 117 Prime.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to My Computer Career and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch has an offer you can't refuse. They will pay you to do business with them if you want luxury. And I'm talking the Genesis G70 car. If you would love to have that kind of new technology, they will give you a $1,000 rebate when you finance with Genesis Motor Finance. In other words, they'll pay you $1,000 to do business with them, and you get brand new luxury. You can't beat it. That's Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis, right at the corner of Craft Road and Highway 78 in Olive Branch. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch, where customer retention is amazing. There's a reason. They take care of you with a team that's been together for a long time. Whether it's finance or whether it's service, you can't beat them. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis.
Memphis is unsafe at any speed. A new study from Consumer Affairs ranks Memphis #1 for the worst drivers in the country. Memphis drivers cause more fatal crashes than any other city. But you can do something about this. Pray for Memphis. Pray for youth to use common sense to adopt better driving habits. Pray for law enforcement to adopt better methods of reducing speeding. And pray for all citizens to recognize the problem and make safe changes. Find out more. Contact Community Prayer League at gmail.com and pray.
Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawild Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah.
but you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. Thank you to Jay Ham, who joined us a little bit earlier. Right now, I keep checking. Of course, sources are still saying the Big Ten is going to officially invite Oregon and Washington. Also, sources are saying that Arizona is in the final steps to join the Big 12. But nothing yet has happened. But hey, man, hey. Like, we're on Central Standard, so like Pacific time, what are they, 2 hours or 3 hours behind us? 3?
Something like that.
So it's like 9 in the morning out west. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it 3 hours behind?
What are you talking about, John? I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm handicapping this Blue Jays Red Sox game, and I was looking at you while I was thinking about something, and then I realized that you were asking me a question. I go, oh no, he thinks I'm listening to him right now. So I'm so sorry. I was in a whole other world.
I was saying how so far it's just people like sources like Pete Thamel, Brett McMurphy. They're reporting that, you know, the Big Ten's about to invite Oregon and Washington to join the Big Ten, that Arizona's in the final steps to join the Big 12, but their athletic director, you know, supposedly went out there and made a big push for the Pac-12 and its crummy media rights deal that all has to do with streaming and all that BS.
It's too bad.
So anyway, nothing's happened.
You know
and the reason I said, you know what, the reason nothing's probably happened, and I think it's going to happen today, is because it's like 9 o'clock in the morning still out on the Pacific.
You think? You think that's the reason?
I think it's like time does have, things are important with time.
Time's an illusion, John. Ever since our
I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm growing old.
Ever since we lost our connection with our Fox satellite and we had to start playing all the national shows manually, our clocks have lost sync with reality. So, like, honestly, truly, time is an illusion for us at this point at the radio station.
That's some deep stuff,
isn't it? It is. You know, because usually we run by the clock, right? You have to be ready at this time. Like, right, you have to be out right at this time. This is a hard network break. That's what you call it at the end of the hour for the uninitiated that might be listening. And not anymore, John. All time is an illusion. You know what else interesting me about conference realignment is the idea that the ACC and Pac-12, after they've been decimated, combine and join forces into one super conference. That could compete with the Big Ten and SEC.
If the Pac-12, what now?
If the Pac-12 combines with the ACC, like they were talking about, have you heard those rumors?
No, I have not, because that's the stupidest thing I've heard all day.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, why did Einstein say that time is an illusion?
Well, it's a construct, not an illusion.
Oh. He says both the future and the past are unchangeable.
You know,
and are going to play it out exactly the way we're meant to.
Time is relative to your speed, how
I've
fast
never
you're
technically
moving.
made a mistake because I'm supposed to have done everything I've done.
Time is also relative to your speed, you know what I mean? So that's also
so
why
you're
it's
telling me if somebody's on crank that time goes faster for them?
I really meant like the way how fast you travel through space and time, like space.
Oh, okay.
Is relative to time.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Good job.
Thanks, John.
Now, we are going to get into a little bit of hardwood because it feels so good. If you can't tell.
What are we gambling? I guess with Brasky and T-Money.
Yeah, we're gambling with Brasky and T-Money.
That's what I had to say.
You know what?
Brett Norsworthy off today. If you want to hear all of my bets, except for the one that starts at 1 o'clock, I'll give you that one with John. You can listen to Sports Time from 3 to 6, where we're talking to tons of gambling guests. And I'm going to break down every baseball game today, because what else am I going to talk about?
Alan Bell, he's on today, isn't he?
Alan Bell sure is on today.
I like it. Ooh.
And you know what I'm going to ask him, John? Is something that you were doing earlier in the week. I'm going to ask him some NFL and college football week 1 futures. Or I guess for college football it would be week 0, right?
I guess so.
Either way, I'm going to ask him some futures in that regard. People are betting these week 1 games already. I mean, apparently you can get some pretty good prices on these games, like spreads and such.
Of course people are betting.
You're betting them. You were talking about betting them.
Yes, I was going to say people are betting them all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, like when you're bored.
Well, John, it's radio. I should make a conversation. You don't have to chastise me.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get to my Tito's read so we can do Hardwood.
Tell me about Tito's, John. I love vodka. What's the best vodka I can buy?
The best in the world has got to be Tito's, crafted and distilled right here in the United States down in Austin, Texas. Let me tell you something. Tito's is yum, yum, good. Get you Tito's
That's
on.
a new catchfrase.
Yum, yum, good.
Is that what people say about Tito's?
Man, when I drink
Tito's, it's yum, yum, good.
Yum, good. Give me some Tito's, man. And remember, it's like very unique because it's 6 times distilled in classic copper pots, giving it a very unique flavor. Slightly sweet black pepper note, balancing everything out. You could be crafting a cocktail. You could be drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. If life ever hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. And remember, on Saturday, what's the best part of waking up?
Yum, yum, good.
Tito's in your cup. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Whoa, okay, now listen to me. Dude, did you hear about the Costa Rican soccer player?
No.
It sounds like a joke, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like a joke.
Did you hear about the Costa Rican soccer player? Well, for some reason, my man jumped off a bridge. Kind of wanted to get, maybe it's hot. Was cooling off. He jumps off a bridge. Well, he really shouldn't have done that because guess what happened?
What?
There is an arsenal of alligators in that river, and he was eaten by a crocodile or an alligator.
It's a big difference, John. Which one was it? An alligator?
That's a great
or
question. Hold on, let me look at. Actually, I haven't seen it. By the way, my dude's name, like the bridge,
London Bridge.
The incident happened off the bridge. It's right there at the Cairns River. And it's closed for fishing because there's so many crocs in the water. Well, if you can't even fish there, why you think you're going to jump in there? And there's saltwater crocodiles, by the way. Holy cow. And they're swimming down this thing. It's like close to Nicaragua and Costa Rica. That's right there, the northwest corner, okay? And you can't fish there because there's so many crocs. And my man jumped off a bridge, like, woo, and took a little video of himself, all right? You know how, like, people do, like, videos of themselves, like GoPro, jumping off a bridge or doing something very entertaining?
Something crazy.
Well, whoever finds that GoPro is going to see something terrifying. Because he jumps off the bridge, woo, and then he gets eaten by an alligator. Like, that's just a bad day, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you do to fend off an alligator? Punch it on
You're supposed to punch him in the nose.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't see him in the water. Like, you punch him in the nose when they're on the land.
That's right.
Or if you're like, I don't know, if you're a boat. I don't know. Actually, I don't know when you're going to get a chance to punch an alligator in the nose, to be honest with you.
I don't know either.
Like, I don't even think I'm trying it. I'm running side to side. You know how to.
That's right, because
you zigzag.
Uh-huh.
They can go fast. They can go fast straight, but they can't turn. They can't turn. Oh.
Hit the microphone.
Almost hit hurt my hand.
I tell you what, we've been hitting the hell out of the microphones. Not
well,
just
like
you,
it was 2 years we didn't have them.
That's right, you're getting used to them.
I got so used to being animated.
I've got a story for you, John.
Does it have anything to do with a soccer player getting eaten by a crocodile?
No, it has to do with movies.
Oh, I got a story for you about some shows.
Well, I've got a story about a movie, John. So, you know, the Barbie movie's out. It's made by Hasbro. They're having lots of success, making lots of money from it. So they're deciding, let's do this again. They have greenlit a live-action Monopoly movie officially in the works now.
What? How can Monopoly be a TV show? That sounds ridiculous.
Well, it's going to be a movie. I'm not sure exactly how. But I guess Monopoly is conducive to storytelling, right? Like
what are you gonna you're gonna show like all the rich people on Broadway and like Park Place, and then you're gonna show all like the paupers over there and the other place?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
That sounds like a dumb idea.
Wow. Well, they are backing it with $500 million. So
$500 million.
Sure
I don't know if
John.
you know this. Barbie has now ruined television because you can't just go take toys and turn them into shows and it's going to be interesting.
Well, they're printing money doing it, but I understand your sentiment. I don't like what Disney's doing, printing money with these new Star Wars movies that are terrible.
Terrible. Speaking of reality TV, you're watching Big Brother.
Yeah, I sure am.
The bartender from Nashville, by the way.
At Dirk's Bentley Bar. You know Dirk's Bentley has been popular for like 25 years?
No, I've never heard of it.
You never heard of Dierks Bentley?
What about it?
He's been popular for over 2 decades. That's crazy.
Who is he?
Country singer.
No, I haven't. I'm not that good. I know a country singer.
Garth Brooks.
I know Garth Brooks.
Kenny Chesney.
Oh, there's the guy who's in the news all the time, Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean.
And who's the one I was trying to think of who sings about that White House Road, where the dude's like, doing a little yay. Man, you
Billy
make
Ray
me
Cyrus.
so mad. No, you stink. If you don't know this guy,
Morgan Wallen.
No, quit talking. I don't know, obviously. So I'm not sitting here to name country singers. I got to get back.
Luke Bryan.
TV, you watch reality TV.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching Big Brother.
Chris Childers. Tyler Childers, it was text to me. Thank you, Tim. And I'm a See, Tim should produce my show. He knows things.
Tyler Childers.
Now,
I don't know Tyler Childers.
TV reality stars are suing NBC and Bravo. They're alleging sexual and mental health exploitation live on national television, trying to exploit them sexually, trying to put out all their dirty laundry and messing up their brains. And you're watching Big Brother.
Wait, who is doing this? What?
Right now, NBC and Bravo are under a big lawsuit currently. And it's all has to do with their former reality TV shows.
What? It
says there was deliberate attempts to manufacture mental instability by plying cast members with alcohol and playing them against each other, depriving them food and sleep, denying mental health treatment to cast members, exploiting minors, and oh my gosh, some nasty stuff. Covering up sexual violence. Encouraging sex, basically. Yeah. Lawyers claim NBC, by the way, that says the lady says, we have never done anything to mistreat our cast members.
What show is this?
It's just the reality shows that NBC and Bravo put together. It's general, whoever this lawyer is.
Class A.
Went out there and got a bunch of people from a bunch of different reality, shows to sign a lawsuit, and they're suing.
Interesting.
And I brought that up because you love Big Brother.
That's not NBC.
I don't care, but there's that really good-looking girl from Nashville.
She works at Dierks Bentley.
Her name is Riley.
Isn't that crazy? Dierks Bentley spanned 2 decades long.
No, it's not, and I don't care. I don't want to hear any more about him.
You keep bringing her up.
Well, I'm going to bring up Taylor Swift because Aaron Rodgers said he went to 2 Taylor Swift concerts last night.
Oh.
Well, Taylor Swift is all up in the news. Did you know that she had more cops at her concert than the deadgum Super Bowl did?
Wow, really?
Uh-huh. She also started her concert with a brand new song. And then Kobe Bryant's daughter came up on stage.
Wow.
And she gave Kobe Bryant's daughter a hug.
A hug, I knew it.
Do you know what this proves?
What?
She really did just reject Travis Kelce, who tried to meet up with her and hook up with her at a concert. Remember, she politely said that she doesn't talk or meet with anybody during or before her performances.
Of course not.
Well, Kobe's daughter, is that not a person? Yes, of course it is.
That's a person.
But it was really cute. She hugged Kobe's daughter on stage. Good stuff?
That is pretty good stuff, I would say. How about this, John?
Go ahead.
Experts on by movies say that Superbad is the funniest movie of all time. John, is it the funniest movie you've ever seen?
Clerks really comes to mind off the bat.
Clerks is funny, I tell you.
The original, the OG.
Clerks is good.
I love Cheech and Chong. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Superbad.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have your license and registration? Ain't it on the back of the car, man? I loved that. I missed that.
Superbad's pretty good, though, John.
Superbad's what? McLovin. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Jonah Hill. Michael Cera.
Oh, have you ever seen Super Troopers?
Oh, absolutely.
First 15 minutes, one of the best 15 minutes of television.
No doubt about it.
Then after the first 15 minutes, it really does kind of slow down and dies off a little bit.
The beginning's really funny.
But like Farver and we're going to Mexico. I love that. Also, Super Troopers was good. Beer Fest. Please, dude.
You ever seen Basketball?
I want you to know that this Beer Fest, a bunch of dudes went over there and beat the Germans during Oktoberfest.
Have you ever seen
Great storyline.
Have you ever seen Basketball?
No, actually I haven't. That's the Travis Parker or something.
Travis Barker. That's the drummer for Blink-182.
Yeah.
Trey Parker.
Hey, I was pretty close.
Have you ever seen Team America World Police. That's another Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Have you ever heard of this? Team America World Police is it's a movie made with marionettes by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and they act out a task force of superheroes, essentially, that is Team America, and their job is to fight crime around the world. Team America has to keep the world safe. It's very, very, very funny. I highly recommend it.
And what's it called again?
Team America World Police. It's all marionette puppets.
Is it? Wait,
Matt Damon is the main character.
Are marionette puppets the
ones with strings?
The strings? They made a movie with marionette puppets.
It's so funny.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Princess Bride was funny.
This movie's so funny. And
what's Mel Brooks' movie? Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is a great movie.
Hilarious.
History of the World Part 1, great movie.
Richard Pryor and that little dude with the hair who was Willy Wonka. They were in a movie back in the day that was hilarious.
Why would you say that to me?
I don't know. Hey, you're the film major, not me. I want you to know you just basically wasted your parents' money on your education. Well, you can't even remember a film.
Whether or not I can remember this film or not, that still might be true.
Well, you're working at least.
It's true.
So another person who works for a football team, and I'm being kind of sarcastic when I say football. It's called soccer. But my man's was a grounds crew dude. After the ball game, you know what he does?
What?
He you know that Messi guy?
I do. Lionel.
Lionel?
I don't know how to pronounce
it. It's Lionel Messi, sure, bro. Whatever. It's Lionel. Like Lionel Richie.
Sure.
You know, one of the funny things I've ever said, God, I don't want to say their names because I don't want to offend them on the radio.
No, of course not.
But a friend of mine said to me, hey, I gave my, nephew your number. He's going to call and sing to you. They're trying to raise some money for their little singing club or whatever they're in.
Glee club.
Yeah, I guess Glee or whatever. He's like a little kid or whatever. And he called, he sang. I had to listen to this. It was ridiculous. Then I had to give my money to this kid. Anyway, I'm a nice guy. And then my buddy calls me up and he's like, dude, how did he do? Were you impressed? And I go, I mean, he's all right. He ain't no Lionel Richie, though. And he got so offended and didn't talk to me for 2 weeks because I said his kid can't sing like Lionel Richie.
Those are high expectations. It's like Super Bowl or bust to expect your kid to sing like Lionel Richie.
And by the way, I donated, didn't I? So I did my part.
Sure did.
I didn't have to like the music. Anyway, we need to take a time out. It is a Friday. Don't forget. Tito's, crafted and distilled in Austin, Texas.
Yum, good.
Ain't Russian vodka, ain't French vodka. It's just the best spirit around. It's 3-time year, complete, three-peat. You know how big, when's the last three-peat we've had in the NFL? Tito's has a three-peat for the vodka tonic of the year.
Right?
I don't know if they went three years in a row.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
That's a great thing you can look up during the break. See, I just gave you something to do. We're going to take a quick timeout, but don't forget Tito's. On the other side, Brasky T-Money. It's time to get to some bets. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The FedEx Cup playoffs start in Memphis at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Come out to TPC Southwind August 9th through the 13th and watch the PGA Tour's top players battle to make it through Memphis. Enjoy Memphis at its finest with specialty cocktails, local eats, a vibrant atmosphere, and much more. 2 kids 15 and under admitted free with a ticketed adult. Daily grounds and upgraded tickets are available now at FedExChampionship.com.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Response to the all-new Genesis Diamonds has been incredible. Hey, it's Eric Hasseltine, and people are loving what Genesis has brought to Memphis. It's a mind-blowing selection and prices you never thought possible. What people really love about Genesis is the transparency and the education. Genesis is revealing all the long-held secrets of the diamond industry. They teach you how to buy like a dealer buys and how to understand the way diamonds are priced by the wholesalers, how slight variations in size and clarity can translate into thousands in savings. At Genesis, their non-commissioned diamond experts are there to guide you every step of the way. Their diamond education will make you a better, more informed consumer. I'm telling you, don't buy a diamond anywhere, not a natural diamond, not a lab-grown diamond, until you check out what you can get here. Discover Genesis Diamonds, the store that's forever changing how people in Memphis buy diamonds and fine jewelry. Now open in Poplar Commons at Poplar and Perkins Extended, the official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to My Computer Career and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps, fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's hanging out with me. Man, we had Jay Ham earlier, and now it's that time of day where we get T-Money and Uncle Brasky. A little money, a little Brasky in the house. And I think it's about time to get to him, Jay, because, well, I got nothing else to say. You got my head all messed up. You never found out who the last three-peat was because you don't listen to me and do any work anymore. Thanks. I'll remember that. Money, do you have any clue who the last three-peat champion was in the NFL?
If I had to guess, I don't think that, has there been one? It's either the Steelers or the Cowboys.
I mean, the Steelers was a long time. They had 4 in a row.
Did they? Okay. Well, I mean, it had to have been one of them. I mean, it wasn't the Packers. They got beat in the third one. I don't know. Has there been one?
Yeah, I think we got a couple. But way back in the day, like way back in the day kind of thing.
The Raiders?
How many teams have won 3 Super Bowls in a row? Nope, that's just 3 Super Bowls. Here we go. I Googled it. Cowboys.
Well,
92 through 95.
That's, America's team, How did we not know that, John? At our age, did we not know the 90 Cowboys won 3 in a row?
Because we were hanging out with Mike doing a little powder. I don't know. Just kidding.
I mean, I don't know about all that,
kidding,
but I'll tell you,
kidding.
it was. They had Jimmy Johnson won 2, and then Barry Switzer come in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, Jimmy won the 2.
Yeah.
Barry came in. He got his 1. Barry Switzer was the first person to win a national championship in college and then a Super Bowl. Yada, yada, yada. So just have to sometimes get the cobwebs out. You know how it is.
Yeah, especially after that Johnny Juice. You got to start thinking clear.
Yeah, that Johnny Juice is straight fire. Now it's time to bring in Uncle Brasky. How's life treating you, Uncle Bill?
Couldn't be better. Could not be better. We're almost to the opening of college football. We're almost there.
Did you watch a little football last night?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Did you enjoy it as much as I did?
I did. I enjoyed it. I didn't bet on it. It's hard to bet on these preseason games.
Man, I don't know, dude. You got to just look like everybody should have known. Like once the Browns were down at halftime, that DTR was going to come out and just do what he did. Man, he was awesome.
I understand.
I didn't bet it though either, so don't feel bad.
I can't bet it preseason. That's just betting to be losing your money, Johnny.
Now, we want to bet to win our money. Now, you've been a futures player. You have dime bag specials. You got everything for us today, don't you?
Got everything you can want.
All right, man. Well, we always start with T-Money. T-Money, Uncle Brasky. Before we get started, though, y'all have any wonderful tales or any words of wisdoms that you need to drop on us?
Well, Johnny, I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get that bankroll fat for the college football season, NFL. I mean, we're really fixing to get into what we do best, and that is gamble on college football and the NFL. But before we get to all that, we got to play these summertime games, get that bankroll fat. I've been hot in women's soccer. I'm not going to lie to you, Johnny. I hadn't been able to watch it because they go off about 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and you may catch one about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I have been keeping up with the women's on, their team. They've drawn. And so they're playing Sweden in the round of 16. And it's a 4 a.m. game, so you ain't going to be really able to watch it. You just want to gamble on it on Sunday.
Wait a second. I was going to say you could stay up all night.
Oh, you could. I was going to say, unless you get into that, go to the bathroom once or twice, come back around the corner, look crazy, you could watch it to about 4 a.m. I mean, you could get there, and then you got to wait. Once you get to 4 a.m., it's an hour and a half, 2 hour game. So you really got to go coast to coast, Johnny.
Yeah, that's going to be a little rough too. Yeah.
I mean, some folks don't bounce back like they used to.
Yeah, so that's just one of those games where you bet and then you go to sleep and you wake up and see if you're going to be have a really good day or if your day started off the wrong way.
Correct. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, Johnny. But with my bets, and this is how we're going to get you right, I like the women to get back on the winning train. Now, the game is at half a point, and I go ahead and just get on the money line for the women. I think they win. I think they beat Sweden. I think they had 2 draws in a row. They woke them up. They got out of pool play. Now we're talking about this is elimination. I think the women turn it on a little bit. Carly Lloyd got to talking a little noise on them a little bit, and I love some Carly Lloyd. So I think Carly may have fired them up and kind of, she can still push those buttons as a captain. I love Carly Lloyd. But I like the women. to get on the money line over Sweden in the round of 16.
I kind of like it too because I was also reading an article. The U.S. national women's team, they actually you get World Cup prize money. Like the farther you go, the more money actually that goes in your pocket. So
absolutely.
And they're better than everybody else anyway. So they got a very it's a large. Like, dude, when we talk about your change, man, they're gonna go out there. They're gonna play. I like that.
Man, give my change, man. I heard that all coming up. Give my change.
Give my change, man. I like that. I like it. So we're going with the women, and then we'll wake up in the morning and have a beautiful Sunday.
Yes, sir. We're going to take the women on the money line. And then for the second bet, I'm just going to stay in the same game. We're going to get super right. The over-under's 2.5. I think it goes over. And I think it's a 2-1 game somewhere in that region, 3-1 women. I think it goes over and the money line. And that's your double-decker USA, Uncle Sam, Statue of Liberty, hot dog eating contest, 4th of July pick.
I like it. I'm kind of just shocked you aren't playing any WNBA basketball. Is it over? Is the season over or something?
Man, I couldn't do it, Johnny. I mean, I tried to handicap that one or twice, and I said, man, I'm giving this up. Let's get into something I even remotely know about.
You won the first one and then lost like two or three straight.
Yeah, and then we said, let's get out of here, and that was about hot dog eating contest time. And so, we've been kind of on a little roll this summer. I hope your bankroll's gotten fat. These futures are unbelievable with Uncle Brasky. This one, it's a good one coming up.
All right, Bill, we've been having some amazing picks this year. Uncle Brasky, what you got for us?
We're going to start it all. First of all, I gotta give y'all a shout out. How does your Memphis basketball team go to the Dominican Republic and they're down 23 points at halftime?
Because they were playing 3 dudes that played in the NBA and one of their own teammates. Please. Just go in there.
Okay.
Y'all are going to have to change. You know what? Y'all are going to have to change
We got 7-footers coming in. We've got players coming in.
Y'all got 3 7-footers this year now? Is that what it is?
Right. Right. We got 21 feet of NIL money spent. That's the way you look at that.
I like he took the picture like Manute Bowl, like he did. That was a good way to announce he was coming. I like that.
I like it. But first of all, we're going to start y'all off on the futures pick. This week's futures bet, we are going with Auburn over 6.5 wins.
Auburn over 6.5 wins. Now, I will tell you, their schedule is soft as baby poo when it comes to a team in the SEC. I'll give you that. But you know that their starting running back right now is suspended indefinitely. I don't know if he's coming back because he shot a porno.
Listen, Johnny, let me tell you something. When I was a senior in high school, these 2 brothers that lived down the street, we were down there all drinking beer, about 5 of us, watching. Their dad had like this Boss porno collection. And we're down there drinking beer and watching pornos, which is probably not a good look anyway for a bunch of high school kids.
No, it's not.
But they left to go get us some more beer, and we put this porn in, and all of a sudden it was their mother on the bed, undressing real provocatively.
Oh no, this is not.
Next thing, it was awful. Next thing we know, the camera started shaking, and here comes their dad in a leopard skin thong around in front of the camera. And you know those big old things you used to have to wrestle with the thing? Well, they come busting back in the door and saw it. It was not good.
They're scarred for life.
Man, we never did that again. We never got to go over there and look at their dad's porno collection again. But Auburn's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. This guy will be on the field.
He'll be on the field. All right, I would tell you.
He may be a little bit embarrassed, but he'll be back on the field. So just remember that.
I don't think he's going to be embarrassed. The guy was only charging $5. I mean, he put it out there, throws it out there, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm just charging $5." He wanted everybody to see.
Uncle Brasky, does your porno collection have anything homemade in it?
Dude,
no.
Don't
If
poke
I want to see nasty, I'll just stand in front of the mirror and look at myself for a while, and then I'm fixed. I don't need to see it then. So that's all I have to do.
Oh,
now,
why did I mention anything about their running back?
Why? Now, we've been winning on this every week. We've lost a dime bag on it a couple of times, but we've been winning with the point.
College
Tonight,
Canadian football.
I like it.
Chad Kelly and the Argonauts -5.5 first half. For some reason, their defense the last 2 weeks wants to hold everybody to field goals, and we can't hit that over. But we're going to go with Chad Kelly -5.5, the Argonauts first half.
I like that, and that's the dime bag play?
I do too.
No. The dime bag special is tomorrow night. And you never hear us throw a boxing match out there. We're taking the Jake Paul Diaz fight under 7.5 rounds.
Oh, you're saying there's going to be a knockout, no decision.
No, it's going under 7.5. Here's what's going to happen with this, Johnny. I've been looking at this thing for 2 days. Diaz is going to have to come out and knock him out quick because he's never been in this boxing thing. If he doesn't do that, he's going to get tired, and Paul's going to knock him down.
I mean,
Johnny spends so much energy on the front end trying to knock Jake Paul out because he's never fought this. Diaz can't go this distance. So
you're trying to tell me that you're trying to tell me that Nate Diaz doesn't have supreme conditioning?
You're not listening to me, T-Money. You're not listening to me. I mean, he's an athlete, but boxing is hard. You go from 4 ounces to 10 ounces on each hand. You can't kick them with your feet or gouge them or bite them or whatever you do in that MMA. You got to sit there and punch them. And that is tiring. Let me see you jump up and down for 3 minutes for 10 rounds.
Dude, I don't think he can do any jumping jacks right now. Don't you have a bad back, Money?
Oh, it ain't good, Johnny.
Dude. I'm so
but
sorry.
Think about it.
Yeah, I kind of actually like this because, again, Nate Diaz is going to come out there. He cannot kick. He cannot gouge. He cannot grapple on the ground. He's got to hit those 10-ounce boxing gloves. Jake Paul's bigger than him. If he beats on him a little bit, Nate, he might get a little worn out. Like, I didn't realize, they're not Jake Paul is bigger than Nate Diaz.
Yeah, he's weight. I bet he's got it by 20 pounds, 15, 20 pounds, I bet.
And he's probably got him with reach. He's taller, so his reach is longer. So Diaz has got to get in there and get physical with him, and he's going to get wore down. If he doesn't knock him out, he's going to get wore down, and Paul will get him out by the seventh round.
So either
we're taking under 7.5.
So Jake Paul either gets knocked out in the first 2 rounds by Nate Diaz, or Nate Diaz gets worn out and gets knocked out by 5th, 6th round by Jake Paul.
Correct.
He can even go to 7 and we win it. He can go 7. We got the hook.
Win by
That's
a hook
right.
or by
I love a hook.
I do too, as long as I'm on the right side of it. As long as I'm on the right side of it. Gentlemen, man, go ahead.
I was going to say, I got a buddy buys the hook every time he bets.
He just can't help it?
He buys the hook every time. He's religious with it. KG, that's a shout out to my boy KG who buys the hook.
Man, shout out.
A lot of people do buy that hook off. A lot of people like to. Buy it up, buy it down.
If it's 3, that's the number that I always buy the hook. I'll either take it to -2.5 or I'll take it to +3.5.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of my strategy too, Johnny.
Man, just
you guys haven't led till you buy a few points, man.
You just don't even know, man. And when that hook wins it for you, and you're like, I'm so glad I bought that hook.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
I've been there.
Oh, gentlemen, do me a favor. Have a wonderful weekend. Brasky, I got to call you later today. Sorry, I had a granddaughter this week, grandkids.
I heard you did. Congratulations, Johnny. I got one on the way this month, too.
Man, also.
Not a granddaughter, grandson.
Keep him away from my granddaughter, please.
Absolutely.
I will. The kid's he's already behind the learning curve, I'm sure.
Gentlemen, hey, be blessed. We'll do it again next Friday.
All right, John.
Have a good one, brother.
That is T-Money and Bill Brasky, 2 of the best guys in the world. Now, I got to remind you of one thing, though. Hotsy Detail Supplies of Memphis. It's the #1 cleaning and equipment provider, period. Big or small, they clean it all. Whether you're cleaning a big rig or your back patio, they have the solution. From hot water and cold water pressure washers to industrial soaps and detergents, Hotsy has you covered. And for our Sports 56 fans, get 20% off all their products, so don't miss out on this amazing deal. Call Hotsy Detail Supplies today, 901-826 8070. That's 901-826-8070, or visit their showroom, conveniently located at Austin P and I-40. Back into Shakes with Jay Morgan's Bets. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts and boots. Frontier is your top Carhartt store in the Mid-South. There's thousands of in-stock shirts and jeans. They have the classic K87 pocket tee in every color they make, including new ones just released. Available small to 4X. Want new jeans? Frontier has you covered with super tough work denim by Carhartt. And you've got to check out their selection of Ariat jeans for men, women, and children. You'll love how easy it is to find the size and style you need. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled world-famous boot showroom? It continues to expand. New styles by Ariat just arrived, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, trust that Frontier's the place to come. See thousands of pairs of Ariat boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and others. And Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Attention, everyone. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory. Let me say that again. Family Leisure is needing your help to clear out their inventory. And to do so, there are tons of great deals throughout the store. For example, all do-it-yourself pools are $1,000 off. Special 24-foot round pools for less than $2,000. Select play gyms, only $18.99. Hey, if you need patio furniture, they have patio furniture that's now up to 30% off. Spas are in stock. They're up to $1,200 off. Now listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. 24 months, same as cash financing, is now available through this sale. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory, so come and do your part at Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no-obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch has an offer you can't refuse. They will pay you to do business with them if you want luxury. And I'm talking the Genesis G70 car. If you would love to have that kind of new technology, they will give you a $1,000 rebate when you finance with Genesis Motor Finance. In other words, they'll pay you $1,000 to do business with them, and you get brand new luxury. You can't beat it. That's Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis, right at the corner of Craft Road and Highway 78 in Olive Branch. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch, where customer retention is amazing. There's a reason. They take care of you with a team that's been together for a long time. Whether it's finance or whether it's service, you can't beat them. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis.
Memphis is unsafe at any speed. A new study from Consumer Affairs ranks Memphis #1 for the worst drivers in the country. Memphis drivers cause more fatal crashes than any other city. But you can do something about this. Pray for Memphis. Pray for youth to use common sense to adopt better driving habits. Pray for law enforcement to adopt better methods of reducing speeding. And pray for all citizens to recognize the problem and make safe changes. Find out more. Contact Community Prayer League at gmail.com and pray.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's hanging out with me. Big thanks to T-Money and Uncle Brasky on the other side, giving you the wins. You got the women's national team. They got over 2.5 goals in that game. It's like a 4 o'clock in the morning game. You know what I'm saying? Really early Sunday morning. You go to bed Saturday night. You place that bad boy on Saturday. You wake up on Sunday. You have a great day. Also, they're taking -0.5 a goal, money line. The ladies are going to win. This is the U.S. women's national team. You know they're going to win. And the dime bag special is Chad Kelly's Argonauts in the first half -5.5. No, that's one play from Uncle Brasky. The futures bet is Auburn over 6.5. And then the dime bag is tomorrow night. It's a fight between Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. He says go under 7.5 rounds. Somebody is getting knocked out or TK'd. It's happening. So those are your bets. Now, Jay Morgan, we got a 120 baseball game. It is the Braves. It's the Cubs in Chicago. What you got for me?
All right, here's my notes, John. The Braves, this is what they're coming off of. The Braves just got done taking 2 of 3 against the Angels. The Angels playing some really good ball right now. The Cubs won 3 of 4 against the Reds. They scored 5 or more in 10 of their last 12 games, and they're 10-2 in that span as well. So there seems to be a direct correlation there. First start today, for Max Fried coming off of injury. How about that? The lefty struck out 4, 5, and 3 in 3 innings pitched in each of his last 3 rehab outings. He's the key for the second half for the Braves for me. Part of me thinks, or maybe I just want, I think it might shove today, but let's look at Kyle Hendricks, who had a 4.29 ERA in July. Team's hitting 277 against him. That is really high.
He's going against the Braves lineup?
And he's going against the Braves lineup, John. Listen
Wow.
to this. Last 5 starts for him, or his starts in July, gave up 3 runs, 1 run, 5 against Boston. The wind was blowing out that day. And then 1 run, and another 1 run. So a run in every outing pretty much in the first 5 innings, 1 or more for sure. And like we said, the Braves can hit. He hadn't struck out more than 5 batters all year either. There's a bunch of prop bets we don't need to get into. How about a Yerfie at even money, John? It seems to me like this would be a good day to take a Yerfie. We talked about how good the Braves are in the first inning. It seems like could be runs together.
Max Fried's first inning pitching in over, 60 days?
Yeah, but I think So how about this? This goes against what you just said there, because I think the Braves' first 5 minus a run and a half plus 150 is really good value, quite honestly.
You think they jump on the Cubs early and often?
Kind of, and I think Max Fried might shove today. I mean, he only threw 3 innings in his rehab outings in his AAA baseball, but 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, and 3 strikeouts in each of your 3 innings pitched out there. It's pretty good, John. It seems like he might shove today. He's ready to rock.
All right, Max Fried today shoving it. And
what do you think about over 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings?
Golly, it makes me just want to take the Braves so bad.
Me too. I'd rather just take the Braves.
What is it, minus 175?
To make the Braves? Yeah, no, that's a big.
It's a big number.
Ooh, buddy.
But man, we've seen the Braves minus 250, minus 300. We've seen some big, ugly numbers.
Yeah, and they just win.
They just win.
The prices today are not good. If you're somebody that does not like paying the tax.
Crazy though how good the Braves are on the road, 32-17.
Sure is, man. But the Cubs are hot. The Cubs, like I said, they've won 3 of 4 against Cincinnati, John.
Yeah, even after Ellie De La Cruz hit the very first pitch of the ball game out of the ballpark yesterday.
They've scored 5 or more runs in 10 of the last 12 games. That's why an over is a good play today, if you ask me. And you got the Braves playing.
Braves were off yesterday. Bats are.
Yeah, that's right. And the Braves were off yesterday.
They were off yesterday. They better. I bet they come ready to play today.
Both teams were off yesterday.
No, the Cubs played the Reds yesterday.
Did they? They had to have.
Yeah, De La Cruz hit the very first pitch of that baseball game out of the ballpark, and the Cubs came back and won the game. I think 5-3. So yeah, it wasn't as dramatic as the Mariners beating the Angels yesterday, which is still, I can't even believe that. I mean, how bad does it feel to be the Angels? And then also Shohei Ohtani got a little issue with his finger. Did you see about his finger?
Yeah, same finger too, isn't it?
Same finger that he's been struggling with. He can hit with his finger messed up. He can't pitch with his finger messed up. But he did say after the ball game through his interpreter, do you know what he said?
What?
He's not worried about it. You know why? He said it's just a finger. Well, if it was just a finger, why'd you come out of the game?
And he was eating bananas.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Because it helps prevent cramps.
Yeah,
Because
there's other things
never
with
cramp.
more They never do.
Monkeys never cramp because they eat bananas every day.
Well, is that why you eat one every single day?
It sure is.
For lunch, you always have a sandwich and a banana every day.
3 bananas.
You eat 3 a day?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, son.
Monkeys never cramp, Sean.
Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Friday. We'll be back on Monday to kick things off, but don't forget, enjoy Tito's as much as you can. Handle your local liquor store and know that it's the best vodka, it's the best spirit, and it's only $33.99 for the big boy. Tito's, get your Tito's on. For Jay Morgan, I'm John Harden. Have a fun weekend. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on Monday. Peace.